horse racing fans, and most specifically Gallop Racer fans, welcome back to another free mode exhibition here with 8 of my best long distance stamina horses that we at least have on file and saved as an original. In this game, we're competing in the Grade 1 London Gold Cup, field of 8 running 20 furlongs. Going to introduce you to the field here in a second. It's going to be fair conditions, fast track, good weather. We'll go ahead and go trackside. Can't wait to watch this one. I'm not sure how the first one of this experiment, so to speak, went, because I'm recording technically this video in the same day because this idea just came to me. It'll probably be the last one. Thought I would do it. I'm curious to see where the endurance pedigree is going to be. Remember, guys, most of these horses we have recently retired, and that means we can actually see where the long distance pedigree, where the long distance blood really lies here. It's a field of 8. Bay City, Chasing Hearts, Golden Boy, Valley King, Butterfly Effect, He's Stargazing, East Side Band, and Glam Queen. I would, without a doubt, say these, I would assume most of you would agree, are 8 strongest horses that could run anything close to 20 furlongs as far as an original. We're not including in-game horses, obviously. That's not the point of any of this. But it's a field of 8. The 3 front runners will be the 5 Butterfly Effect, and then the 7-8 Eastside Band, Glam Queen. We watched them in our Fillies Cherry Cup, right? Or I think Eastside Band I left out of that race. But yeah, Butterfly Effect, Glam Queen were there. So looking, as you can see here, the field is pretty tight. Chasing Hearts, Golden Boy, and Glam Queen are not expected to finish in the top 5, but they're not out of it. The favorite is Eastside Band, and she's the heavy favorite. Essentially going 1-1. The Eastside Band's my best horse ever. Like, it's unanimous. She's my best horse ever. And to think she has a sister coming on track, I believe, later this year. In reality and in the playthrough, Westwood Village. Remember that name, Westwood Village. Full-blooded sister to Eastside Band. Cannot wait. The bloodline is going crazy there. But let's go ahead and go through the post parade for this field. We'll start with the 1, Bay City, ridden by Stanton. Expected to finish 4th here today, and that's exactly where I would expect Bay City to be. Just recently retired her. Well, she was a really, really fun filly for me to work with once I got her dialed in. As you can see, she's pretty good top heavy by He's Stargazing, out of Moon Trapper. Counterclockwise, not good. So don't think she'll have a problem on this track today. Good abilities there, last corner leader, stretch burst, and spurt. Yeah, like, not really enough to say about Bay City. She really was the best, I think, of both of her parents, for better or for worse. The fuel rating being a little bit lower than I wanted, but she was a project horse, and this bloodline is a project bloodline. He's Stargazing, Moon Trapper, kind of merging bloodlines. I think me and Abigail, have kind of got to this point now. So I'm pretty excited to see where that is going to continue to go in the playthrough. The 2 is Chasing Hearts. Speaking of Abigail, ridden by Coffee, 6th favorite here today. And yeah, makes sense because Chasing Hearts was really more of a miler. But again, I think she has the staying ability and the temperament with the heart to bide her time. And she's at her peak. She has great abilities by Arctic Crop out of Suave Buster. Excuse me, sorry about that. Yeah, I think Chasing Hearts can certainly show up. Is she beating Eastside Band? I don't think anybody here is beating Eastside Band here today. If they do, then it's like, whoa, that's something I... Keep in mind, guys, I've only lost with Eastside Band once, okay? Like, once. There's not one race in this game that I haven't lost with her, or not more than 2, I should say. So she's really that type of horse. She really is like the end game boss for us at this point. Chasing Hearts, certainly with a chance to hit the board. I'm excited to see how she'll finish here today. Oh, I miss Chasing Heart. She was so fun. Move on to the 3, Golden Boy, ridden by Clark. 8th favorite here today. He has the endurance, not the speed, and not the heart. And he's past his prime. Technically, Golden Boy really peaked at like 2.5, 3. So what's saving him is the endurance. He does have a really good long-term endurance pedigree with Honest Pegasus and Lee's Gold going back here quite a bit. Last corner leader, Stretch Burst, Rough Track, okay. Yeah, I'm not expecting him to finish in the top 3 unless something happens with the pace and the other horses just kind of tire out. That's where Golden Boy might be in a position to pick up some spots. Otherwise, I think he'll probably finish just outside the money. Move on to the 4, Valley King. Ridden by Rhinebeck, second favorite in today's field. Not a shock at all. Valley King is a horse that I know the community was a little bit mixed on for breeding. I'm telling you guys, Valley King is totally going to be worth it. It may be a later type of revelation that we get in his pedigree, but like, watch, we're going to get an endurance monster with him. You see his stats. I won, I think, 9 or 10 grade 1s with him in a row at a point. I mean, just really caught fire with him. By Vivid Legend, out of Chasing Hearts. And he's loaded with good abilities except for Bears, which, again, he's one of the rare horses where that ability did not affect us. Bears doesn't personally affect me most times. I just kind of learn how to manage my horses and work around it. It's not like a death sentence of an ability. I swear, like, sometimes that's the that seems to be the notion in the community. I'm like, let's not overreact. Yeah, you don't want your horse to have bears, but if you know how to race them and you can put them in their comfortable temperament and not burn them out, like, they're in a good position to still win out and win big. Stretch burst, last corner leader, grit, impost, okay, dominator, slow track. Yeah, Valley King's a monster. You know, I really should be getting more horses from him, but I think I kind of lost that window because I think he's been moved on. I don't think he's still in the barn. I could be wrong. We'll have to wait and see. But nonetheless, second favorite. Yeah, he's an endurance horse. He's at his peak at 6 years old. The only 6-year-old in this field. Excited to see what Valley King could do. Him winning would not be a surprise. It'd be awesome to see. Move on to the 5, Butterfly Effect, ridden by Dodd. Post position 5 here today. She's the 5th favorite. We watched her in the Cherry Cup last time out. We kind of know her story by Western Tiger out of Irish Fleet. She also has bears. So, again, she's going to be more heavily effective. Valley King can really settle almost as a late closer, so he doesn't have to worry about really... I mean, that's what really made Valley King dangerous. I didn't have to worry about sending him to the front. Butterfly Effect, she really needs to get to the front, otherwise her race is ruined. And that's essentially what happened to me even in my playthrough when I had a couple of less than stellar performances with her. So 5th favorite, yeah, she definitely can handle the distance, not a problem, but she's got to establish control and pace here today. Move on to the 6, he's Stargazing, ridden by Davis. Expected to finish 3rd. You can see how old those silks are. Yeah, he's Stargazing. Pretty solid. He's pretty consistent in quite a number of my pedigrees that we're racing on track now. By Western Tiger, out of Lee's Gold. Counterclockwise, not good. Again, he shouldn't be affected here today. Last corner leader, Stretch Burst, and Spurt. And yeah, he can handle the distance. He's literally a horse built for this type of race. It doesn't mean he's going to win it, but 3rd favorite, he could certainly win it. And he can safe ground at the back. Yeah, he's Stargazing winning. That would be pretty special, I'm not going to lie, because it's not a result I would expect to see him winning in this field, or at least finishing 2nd. Because we can't forget about the 7, the favorite, my best horse ever, our best horse ever, ridden by Villa. It's the 7. It's the girl, East Side Band. By Diamond Plan, out of Tigris of Stone. Keep in mind, several members of that pedigree are here on track. So, you know, East Side Band, she's just that special horse that turns into that legendary Marble Rivals champion or something. Whatever you want to say, that's what East Side Band is, you know. She becomes the #1 Sailor Moon, the #1 Sailor Scout, you know. It's really an awesome story because it came when we weren't really expecting it. We've had several horses from Diamond Planet Tigris of Stone, and don't get me wrong, most of them are pretty darn good. Quality of East Side Band, but they're not her. No one is East Side Band, not yet. Front runner, last corner leader. Stretch Burst has to be that other ability, and it's like I haven't even needed it in like the 24 races we've won with her out of 25 lifetime starts. It's amazing. Slow track okay, rough track okay. Yeah, it's just hard at 58. Like, she's there, bro. She's too good to not be in the fight. As a front runner, I can get her to the lead. I can establish whatever type of tempo and pace I want. She's not losing this race unless something crazy happens. Gotta rock your money with the 7 there. And finishing out the field is the 8, Glam Queen, ridden by Burn, 6th favorite. We just saw her compete in the Cherry Cup as well in the last video. Again, Glam Queen's another horse. She needs to get to the front. Again, she won't be heavily demotivated by it. In fact, you can see the triangle is a little bit shaded at the very back. She's a closer as well. She inherits, I think, a little bit of that from somewhere in Free Fear's bloodline. So keep that in mind that, yeah, she doesn't have to run at the front. That's where she should be 98% of the time. But this is the type of race where if I was running her potentially and I wanted to try to win, And keep in mind, I think her stamina at her peak it's not showing it here. It's like 95 or something. She's definitely like the second highest endurance horse in the field, I think, or third. But still, she's a little bit past her peak, so that's going to be down. Maybe it's a 92 at this point, or a 91, maybe even in a 90. But regardless, she's the horse potentially today, because if I have to compete with the 7 Eastside Band and I have to compete with Butterfly Effect, who are both going to be going for the lead, yeah, that's asking for a lot. And don't get me wrong, I think Glam Queen is one of our better horses in our entire playthrough. But again, because she actually has a little bit of an okay preference, good heart, good temper, good feel, she's not going to give us any issues in the game if we run her towards the back. You understand? So like, this is the type of race where I would maybe do that. And we'll see if the AI jockey Burns actually takes that control over. This is the field of 8 for the London Gold Cup. If we're looking at the field here, obviously you can't bet against Eastside Band. She really should be on everybody's ticket. Like, virtually everybody wins money and wins no money because of how the system works with such heavy favoritism towards her. I would obviously go 7 for Eastside Band. Do I expect anybody else to hit the board finishing second? No, I think Valley King is really going to be like a clear second. I think he's a horse that people are still underestimating, and I hope he proves it today. I'm going 7-4. I'm just going to go a superfecta board here. Or no, just a trifecta board here, just to not give you too many numbers. 7-4. And then who do I think finishes third? Butterfly Effect. She's one of my best horses, but the AI may not know how to run her. I got her to the front at all costs, unless the pace was too crazy, but I just relied on her endurance and her abilities to save her, and it did in the end. So unless the AI does the same with her, I don't know if she'll hit the board. He's Stargazing wouldn't surprise me. Glam Queen could also show up. Base City wouldn't be a surprise sneaky third. I'm going to play it a little bit fun. I'm going to go 7 for Eastside Band, 4 for Valley King, and 1 for Bay City. I think. I was almost going to say he's Stargazing there. And it's like they tried to come out at the same time. 7-4-6 or 7-4-1. You know what? I'm not betting against he's Stargazing. I would put him like in a win solo ticket or a place show type of solo ticket there. I totally expect him to hit the board, but my trifecta, just for the sake of fun, I'm going to go 7-4-1. Eastside Band, Valley King, and Bay City. 7-4-1 for me. Hopefully you've had some time to kind of think about where you would be picking and going. This should be fun. It's 20 furlongs. It's going to be a long one, but I'm excited. Eastside Band's winning again, unless Valley King or Butterfly Effect or Glam Queen or, yeah. Golden Boy have anything to say about it? I doubt they will. Butterfly Effect might. Glam Queen might. Glam Queen's totally the type of horse in this race that can maybe try to set that pace, but honestly, with a good temper, I don't see her really taking that. Butterfly Effect, possibly. But gosh, it's really going to be crazy to see our best 8 endurance horses, in my opinion, run this distance. And it's a tight field. You look at the odds. No one's a long shot here. Anybody could win here today. That shows you all these horses are at least good enough to possibly win. Eastside Band is just a clear favorite. So yeah, 7-4-1 for me. Let's go ahead and go trackside.
The horses are on the track.
Man, Eastside Band, the favorite, of course. The spotlight and all. She is like literally like the Taylor Swift of our universe. You know what I mean? Like, she's just a mega pop star. 20 furlongs. The London Gold Cup. I'm going 7-4-1. Eastside Band, Valley King, Bay City. Beautiful pond there. And we're off and racing in the London Gold Cup. It's a great start for the favorite Eastside Band. That's going to be the 5 as well. Butterfly Effect, like I said, she's got to try to go for the front. I don't know if she's going to compete with Eastside Band here because, again, Eastside Band is such a great horse. She's built to really, again, establish any type of tempo she wants. And she's essentially saying, I dare you to play with me. I dare you to run with me. And usually you have to settle for second. Glam Queen trying to go with her there, the 8. So 13-8 and then a 12-7 there in those fractions, trying to slow it down. Chasing Heart's in there comfortably. Kind of spread out. Butterfly Effect and Glam Queen, they have to concede to where they are. They cannot handle the tempo of Eastside Band, who's not taking it too slow there, going 12-8. Yes, it's a breeze in general terms, but you can see the distance. She's leading by what? Almost half a dozen lengths here, with still 15 furlongs left to go. So it's going to be Eastside Band, the 7 leading, followed by Butterfly Effect and Glam Queen, tucked in there in second. That's the best they can do. Then we have Chasing Hearts. They're comfortably in 4th. Golden Boy tucked in 5th. Back there, it's going to be the trailers, Valley King, East Stargazing, and Bay City, where they should be. So still 12-7, 12-8 fractions they're running. 12.5 furlongs left to go. Eastside Band, she is clear and she is out. This looks flight line-like. And the field's probably going to stay like this until we get to the later stages of this race, because this is essentially the best way to run it with Eastside Band. She is clear out in front. And that is... who is riding her? That is Villa, trying to get her to just slow down just a bit there. I mean, gosh, she's almost clear by 10 lanes at this point. Now she's really slowed it down, 13-4. 10 furlongs. We're half distance in this London Gold Cup, going 20 furlongs. Still Eastside Band, clear. Out of sight, essentially. Butterfly Effect, she's now established. I think clear out there in second. 2 lengths back to Chasing Hearts and Glam Queen for 3rd and 4th. Then it's Golden Boy still there in 5th. Valley King, East Stargazing, and Bay City is your trailing closer. 12-8 now. Eastside Band has picked it up here in the last 4 furlongs. And she's really causing this field to keep up with her tempo or to avoid being completely out of this race. And the thing everyone knows is Eastside Band has the endurance to still be there and to force you to fight every tooth and nail at the end. So we're back to kind of a 13-4 fraction here. Kind of a mixed tempo. Obviously this track up, down, incline, decline, all over the place. Bay City a little upset there at the back as she starts to move up there. She's supposed to finish 4th here today. Not sure where that will go. And we still remain virtually unchanged. Man, this is going to be special. I'm really excited to see who's going to try to really challenge a rally for Eastside Band. Again, Butterfly Effect. I think this is the best she can do. She's settled there in second. The field starts to move now. Eastside Band, she's still on cruise control. We have a late run for Valley King. This is where he's at his best. Glam Queen, she's going to get a response. They're all going to come to challenge her now. Eastside Band, she hasn't responded. She hasn't responded. Now she's going to get a little bit of an urgency. Valley King is going, and they're into the stretch. Less than 2 furlongs left to go. Eastside Band, she gets the call. It's still Valley King. Eastside Band, she's not pulling away yet, but she's starting to dig in. Here comes the mega pop star. Oh my goodness, Chasing Hearts there with a response. What a run there, and it's going to be Eastside Band clearing it by 3 lanes to win in the end. Valley King, I told you, in there in second, and Chasing Hearts hitting the board for 3rd. Wow. And 4th, that was He's Stargazing. Eastside Band getting it done. That looked a little bit hairy there for a second, didn't it? It looked a little bit sketch, like she wasn't quite getting the go. Villa waited quite a bit, and I think that was the right move to do to get the win, but maybe it just goes to show you, as great of a horse as she is, she literally ran against our best horses, which in my opinion, at this distance, are some of the best horses now in this game on my actual playing file. So technically, I think she's running against tougher competition, not including the best AI horses in the game. And it's going to finish 7-4-2. I just missed out. Bay City did not hit the board. She finished 6th. So I told you guys, Valley King's... it should be like unanimously like seen now. Valley King, I think, is a much better horse than he looked for only an S-ranked horse. I'm so excited for his pedigree. I think, again, we're going to get some true endurance, record-setting champions with the Valley King bloodline. His name is Valley King. Come on, play along. Believe in the kayfabe. He's the king. He's the best king of really a long-distance horse I think we have in this game. So let's treat him as such. Eastside Band still crushes him by 3.5 lanes in the end. Chasing Hearts still 2 lanes off there in 3rd. Gosh, this is why we love Chasing Hearts, right? That's the name, guys. We give our horses these names because they're real in regards to how they perform, how they finish, how it would actually be, you know, in the real world. And these are real stories happening. Chasing Hearts, showing you all the heart she has. And I said that. I'm like, her heart rating is what gives her all the life in horse racing, period. And she was expecting to finish 6th. She finishes 3rd. He's Stargazing again. It's hard for him not to hit the board in this type of race. He finishes 4th. And I said I would have him for a place show, so technically I just missed out here. But you know, if I had him in some sort of superfecta, you know, box or whatever, yeah, obviously that would have been nice. Golden Boy finishing 5th there, not really a surprise. It's kind of what he does. I talked about that, I think, in the post parade with him. Bay City finishing 6th. Yeah, like either she was going to finish 4th or 3rd, like I was hoping, or she just slightly finished out. She just tanked out in the end there. I think, you know, once it really got to the last grind, it really showed you the quality of horses. And that's what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking at the strongest horses to handle that distance all the way to the end. That race played out as fairly as it could have under any condition. Nobody was blocked. It ran fairly. And gosh, Glam Queen finishing 7th and Butterfly Effect finishing 8th. It's so weird considering how well I've done with them in our playthrough. When it comes to racing against our best, they cannot quite punch at that weight. And again, Butterfly Effect, she cannot win if she doesn't get the lead, guys. She can't. That's why, like, I won so much with her, because I established the lead at all costs. Essentially what Eastside Band did here today. It was a slow pace. Imagine. It was a slow pace with Eastside Band. That's actually kind of scary, isn't it? A slow pace, and she still crushes it. 3.5 lanes clear. A Valley King, who is no sleeper of a horse, and Chasing Hearts with a valiant effort there for 3rd. And he's stargazing, showing you why he's solid from Western Tiger in there in 4th. You know, it's not to say this would dissuade me from any breeding decisions, but again, I think in regards to these type of races, if we're looking for these horses, Butterfly Effect is the anomaly. Glam Queen, again, kind of an anomaly. I mean, you know what? I'm going to say Butterfly Effect and Glam Queen. They're really two of the same thing. If they're not in the lead, they're going to struggle, and that's why I have no choice but to run them in the lead, even if it's clear by 3 or 4 lanes. If the AI can't do that with them, which they gave up. They essentially said, we succeed to Eastside Band. They couldn't keep up with her. Even at a slow pace, they couldn't keep up with her. That's the problem. If we take Eastside Band out of this race, then things are interesting, right? Then we really get to see, okay, between Glam Queen and Butterfly Effect, who can actually try to establish control there. And do they run it, flat out? I think they could have, but yeah, really, really interesting play out. And I think, in all honesty, it pretty much went as you would kind of expect it to go, especially for some of you that have been here for the long haul. You know these horses pretty well. Yeah, I wouldn't expect the board to look too much different than this personally, more or less. Maybe you move a horse or two around in a couple of places, but yeah, kind of shows you where the quality is at. So really exciting. Great thing is we still have yearlings and 2-year-olds, hitting the track that are from all of these horses on screen in some way, shape, or form. So all of their bloodlines, all of their success lives on. And yeah, man, Butterfly Effect off by 6 lanes in the end, though. You see the field was spread out 3.5 to 2. Let's say a quarter 1. Let's say that's just 6. I'm just rounding up. So that's what, technically 11 lanes so far. And then an additional 7. So yeah, it's almost 15 lanes in the end from Eastside Band to Butterfly. That's pretty wild. This realistically shows you the difference, I think, in how strong a horse is to handle everything of a race and to finish on top. It's not just the best endurance and you win. That was our judging factor, but we're like, okay, now using this as a metric to determine the best 8, who is really, the most well put together, obviously. As you can see, it finished how it was kind of expected. Even Chasing Hearts in there with the board wouldn't pay much for that trifecta. $66. Yeah, because to me it was a clear 7-4-1-2, right? In terms of order finish. Like unanimous. Like the entire betting public, the people attending, everybody pretty much has 7 and 4 on their ticket in some way or shape in this way. The trifecta would have had to be like someone, whoever the long shot was, hitting the board to really give you a little boost, but you can see it wasn't going to happen. 7-4 was almost too cemented. And yeah, wouldn't have paid much at all. Gosh, Exacta would have paid under $10. Imagine that. That would have been like yeah, everybody wins, but like I said, everybody loses type of day. Because Eastside Band and Valley King are clearly the 2 best in this type of scenario. Now a dirt race, again, I wish we had a longer dirt race at like 20 furlongs or even 17, but I think the longest in this game is 12, right? There isn't like a 16 or something, so Again, we'll continue to do this. It's been really enjoyable for me, and I'm hoping you guys are enjoying it as well. It's going to do it. Until next time, HRG sending out. Hope you having a great day. I'll see you later, and goodbye.